You're filming this, huh?
Yeah.
You don't
I
have...
just started after you said make.
Well, okay, now it's starting to get moist. What it is, I have a tub of joint compound,
Yeah.
and it's been sitting in our apartment for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And we brought it over here. Even though I pounded, what you do to keep it fresh is you put this on, and then you pound it down with a rubber mallet.
Right.
And I did that, and then I opened
Right.
it, but inevitably there's always going to be some air getting in, and there's usually a top layer of the joint compound is going to dry out.
Yeah.
So you want to get down to the moist part that's still mushy and has some moisture in it.
Yeah, I think the air gets in when it gets cold and
and
sealed when it's hot.
Yeah. And so what I did this morning was, if you want to pan, look up. I had to remove the shelf supports from this closet.
Yeah.
Because for our purposes, they're in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
And they were anchored in with 4-inch nails.
This long?
Yeah, and I had to use a crowbar and a hammer, and I really had to manipulate the nails out of there. And of course that left some dents in the plaster.
Yes.
And so I'm going to repair those. I'm going to patch those dents this morning with this joint compound.
Okay.
And this is a really easy joint compound to use.
Yes.
It's a kind of, it's kind of like a moist clay. And
Yes.
you just put it in, and it's got like a light pink color. Actually, it used to be bright pink. So, it loses some of its color as it dries out a little bit. And I'm just gonna get the bigger putty knife. I'm gonna use both putty knives, and I'm just gonna fill these dents in. And this this hanger bar support would not move. Mm-hmm. This one screw holding it in will not come out.
Yeah.
And it was down here.
Right.
And so because of that one screw, I was able to move it up. Because one of my shelves in here are going to be every 15 inches.
Yeah.
And the one at 60 inches is going to be right here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The reason why I wouldn't move is that the screw head was stripped.
Yeah, the screw head was stripped.
It's probably 3-inch screws, wasn't it?
Well, I'll tell you, it's when I unscrewed the other one that was at the other end yesterday.
Yeah.
And I put it, I taped it to the hanger pole that was in here.
Yeah.
And I put it downstairs in the basement. And it had 2 short screws and 2 long screws. Mm-hmm. And I guess that serves some purpose. I don't know what it is.
The short screws is for the plaster, and the long screws is for the stud.
Right. Although I don't think this is anchored to any stud.
Okay.
I could be wrong. But. Okay, so this is what I'm doing this morning.
Okay.
Thank you, Eddie.